Yo, what is up guys, Ruby here. Today we're going to be doing episode 2 on the Blockate Five Nights at Freddy's game tutorial. So, for this one, we're just going to be doing an automated animatronic system. I don't use this system, and it's basically kind of hard to... Oops, I forgot I still have this block here. There we go. Anyways, I don't use this system in my games. Me and my friends just dress up and basically act as the animatronics. But, yeah, so we just do that, but you can do that, or you can use the system. So, let's say, let me get a good color for this. Diarrhea. Right, so, let's say this is the terrible stage here. So, what you're going to do is just have the thing leading off. You don't have to have it as wedges, you can have it as a quadrant or whatever. So, you're able to place a decal on the block too for the animatronic and everything. That's what you're supposed to do here. Alright. So, you see you have your block here. This is your quote-unquote animatronic. So, basically you're going to have to do... You're going to kind of have to do this quickly, but... You don't need your animatronic right now, by the way, so... Cannon, whatever speed you want. I'll do cannon 5. I don't think it worked. I think I probably typed the command wrong. Cannon 5. Alright, there we go. So, what you're going to do, you're going to put this back and do cannon 5. Keep doing that. You can hide decals. But basically, keep doing that until it leads up to the door. This is where it gets kind of tricky with knowing on what to do with the door part, because if you close the door, there's no way of closing it. It's kind of hard to explain, because if you close the door and you have to push it back, then it would teleport to its original area. But if the movable animatronic touches that area, it will basically teleport to where the door is supposed to be. So you're gonna have to find a way around that. My recommendation would be having... Alright, so let me do a little demonstration here. Alright, my way of doing it would be having like a slabby, the slab type of cube for it, and then have it slide under this cube, so when you move the full cube, technically... So the full cube touches this. It's the door, right? You touch this, it teleports back to its original place, and the animatronic hitbox is able to slide under there if the door and make the door have a movable teleport. And if the door basically is closed, then it will teleport the animatronic back to the stage or whatever. And if it's not closed, then it will get in and then maybe hit some certain block that triggers something. You can do whatever you're choosing. So anyways, that's for the animatronic system. It's kind of hard to do though, because there are a lot of like things you have to get around during that process. Anyways, alright, so there's another thing I want to show you guys. It's style and design of your restaurant. You can style it however you want to, but if you want like the original Five Nights at Freddy's vibe, then here's what I do if I want to do like the original pattern. I place those blocks and I do small block, that, plastic, and then what you're gonna do You're going to place those there, and then get white. Place those there. Whatever type of black you want. Place those there, and on top of the white. And you can basically see where I'm going with this, probably. You can see, and it does that. It looks kind of big, but if you put it on a slab, maybe closer to the ground, it would look better. Or you could also use a decal. That's fine too. For designing a stage too, this is basically just design tips. Just delete all of this. So, if you want your stage, here's what I would do, is I would take a full block, and let's just say you have a tiny stage for some odd reason. So what I would do is I'd take a block, turn it to quadrant, and have that there, have that there. You're gonna put the material as like wood or whatever you want, but I'm just having it as plastic. Corner quadrant, and you can see how that kind of makes it come down that certain way. So you can have this for like a rounder stage, and if you want a more sharp end type of stage, you can take wedge, and you're going to put the wedges there, 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 and you're going to take corner wedge, put that there, and there. I think the other way looks better, because it's the more round way. Personally, in my opinion, I just think that one looks better. But anyways, you can do whichever one you want. It's up to your opinion on what you think is better. Anyways, sometimes in the office I do a chipped desk too. So if I do small, alright. If I do this, right, 1, 2, 3. This is a wide table. Let me make it smaller. Alright, so basically you just make your table or desk, whatever you want to call it, and you basically just fill this in. I only do a block high desk, I use small blocks to make it, as you can see here. And here's what I did for one of my new games that I'm making in Blockate. Delete whatever corner you want, and you can do like block wedge, and then rotate it, make it smaller. Let me rotate that until you get it right. And then what I did is I did corner wedge. And I just, this is basically all I did for it. So it just looks like a little chunk of it, like, taken out of your desk. You can basically be creative and do some of that all over the desk and everything. But this is just like a little thing I did, and it's actually really easy. But if you can add more shapes if you want to, but I think this actually looks really good for the desk. So you can do that. And sometimes for my stage I color code the spots and put signs on them, like saying this is so and so spot, this is so and so spot, and stuff like that. But you don't have to do that. It's just like a little thing I do to have it more organized and everything. For a darker aspect to your vibe too, the new update, you get filter saturation. So you can do filter saturation 0.5. Oops. Filter saturation 0.5. A. Oh, I know why. Filter saturation -0.5. There you go. It kind of looks more gloomy and kind of creepy, but you can still see there's color if you do filter saturation -1. That does it fully black and white and everything. Filter saturation is 0. So that's for if you want it gloomy. You can do ambient and get like a block color, like really black. It kind of makes it darker. And here's what I do to make it night. Exclamation point, day. I think it was cycle .1. Wait. I don't know the exact command for it. Time cycle, alright. Time cycle .1. And type that in, time cycle off. When you feel it's good, you can do that, and then it stops, and then it's at nighttime. So that's a good way to make it nighttime. You can also change the skybox by going to settings, going to the bottom, and then there's a skybox option. You can do like change that. There's some nighttime ones, so you can use those instead if you don't want to. Some of them do different things to the sky. They like make the moon bigger and stuff, as you can see there. Also, if you want to make like a menu where you have like how the animatronics react and stuff, you could color code it like circles on what they do, or sometimes what I do for my games. CJ Brown. Alright, so here's what I do. I'm just gonna recreate my character Joey. I think it was alright. Full block, and then what I would do is I'd go small, and then I go blocks, and I go inverted cylinder. So inverted cylinder. Alright, so you do that and that, and then just get like the normal 2 small blocks in the back. And that's basically a decent character there. And what I do is I do sphere, and I do whatever color you want. I usually just choose black because that's the best for it. You do that, that's like your normal character. If you want ears, you can find a good shape. Joey the kangaroo is my character, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tilt that, rotate, and I'll just give him little ears. And that's basically what I did for my first game. It doesn't look great, but it basically does the job. Actually, for my first game, this is what I did. I think I made him look mad with the wedges. Yeah, this is exactly what he basically looked like. But you can do that, and if you want a chicken, you can place it on a half block and then use certain shapes for a beak. That's what I did. Chicken, a new Blockate game I'm making. Joey and Friends the show. And I think that's it for this episode, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified of all my videos. So there's a single one. And I hope I see you guys in the next episode. Bye.